If you love stories of history, value, and the hidden treasures that time leaves behind, then take a moment before we begin and hit that subscribe button. Because today, my friend, you're about to step into a piece of the past that may be lying quietly in your drawer, your pocket, or your old coin jar, and it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Picture this. It's 1992. South Africa is standing on the edge of monumental change. The winds of freedom are sweeping through the nation, and the world is watching. Amid that change, something small, something ordinary-looking, is quietly born, a coin. Just 10 cents in value, copper-plated, light in the hand, easy to overlook. The 10-cent coin of 1992. But behind that simple round disc lies a story of transformation, scarcity, and unexpected fortune. Now, if you're a man who remembers those years, when newspapers spoke of Nelson Mandela's release and the long journey toward democracy, you remember the feeling. The world felt heavy with history. And that's what makes this coin special. It's not just metal. It's memory pressed into copper and nickel. It's a token of a country crossing a bridge between two worlds. Most people who have these coins think nothing of them. They toss them into old tins, or they end up forgotten in a wallet that's been sitting in a drawer for decades. But numismatists, coin collectors who study every curve, every edge, every minting flaw, know that not all coins are equal. Some coins, because of rare minting errors, limited production, or simply the right combination of age and condition, rise far above their face value. And this 1992 South African 10-cent piece has quietly become one of those coins. You might be wondering, what makes this small coin so special? The answer is a mix of rarity, history, and condition. In 1992, South Africa transitioned to a new coinage design under the South African Mint, introducing the coat of arms that represented unity and pride. But during that minting year, a very limited batch of 10-cent coins was produced with subtle differences. Some had alignment variations between the obverse and reverse sides. Others were struck with slightly off-centered images. And only a handful survived in brilliant, uncirculated, or proof-like condition. Now think about it. How many of those could still exist today? Coins are spent, worn, lost, tossed in drawers. A few end up in collections, but most simply vanish into circulation. That's why collectors around the world are searching for this very coin. The beauty of it is, it could be anywhere. In South Africa, yes, but also in the pockets of travelers, in old family collections, or tucked away in coin jars from decades ago. Imagine you open an old wallet your father left behind. You sort through a few coins, and there it is, the 1992 10-cent piece. You hold it up to the light. You notice the shine, the clean edges, the perfect details. At first glance, it's just a coin, but under the right eyes, it's a treasure. The weight of history rests in that small circle of metal. And what's even more fascinating is how the value of such a simple object can shift with time. Older gentlemen who grew up saving coins as boys will tell you, the magic of collecting is not just in the price. It's in the story. Each coin whispers of a time, a place, a moment that's long gone. The 1992 10-cent coin speaks of resilience and rebirth. It reminds us that nations change, people grow older, but small objects like this preserve the memory of what was once new. Many collectors have started sharing their discoveries online. Some found theirs tucked in family boxes, others at small antique shops or estate sales. They didn't expect much, but when they brought it for appraisal, the results shocked them. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, those that have never been used or scratched, are the true gems. The kind that make even seasoned collectors stop and stare. Now, if you're listening to this and thinking, I used to have one of those, maybe it's time to check again. Look through your old coins, the ones you saved from travels or kept for their design. Examine them closely. The obverse side should bear the South African coat of arms of that era, finely detailed, crisp in engraving. The reverse carries the familiar image of the protea flower, delicate, symbolic, proudly South African. And here's something every collector should remember. The condition, rarity, and year make all the difference. Coins graded in mint state, that means no wear, no scratches, and sharp detail, can reach prices that seem unbelievable. But it happens because collectors value more than the metal. They value the story, the craftsmanship, and the scarcity. So many of us have spent years chasing meaning in big things: cars, land, trophies, houses. Yet often, it's the smallest things that carry the richest stories. That's what makes coin collecting such a rewarding pursuit. It connects you to time itself. You hold a nation's memory in your hand, and if you're lucky, it rewards you not only with nostalgia, but with real, tangible value. And that brings us to the most astonishing part of this story. Because while most 1992 South African 10-center coins might be worth only a few cents, the rarest examples, those in uncirculated or proof condition, especially those with minting errors, have sold for extraordinary amounts. Some collectors have paid thousands to own a piece of that transitional year. And the highest verified sale? A staggering $6,600. Yes, you heard that right. A coin once worth 10 cents, now valued at $6,600. A simple, copper-colored piece from 1992 that carries with it the heartbeat of a nation, the craftsmanship of its mint, and the patience of collectors who know that time rewards those who look closely. So before you dismiss that old jar of coins, take a moment. Look at each one. Feel the weight, read the date, remember the year. Because sometimes, fortune hides in plain sight. Sometimes, history waits quietly for the one person who still knows how to listen. And if you'd like to keep hearing stories like this, stories of lost treasures, old coins, and hidden histories, then make sure you subscribe, because next time, we'll uncover another coin that changed ordinary lives in extraordinary ways. But for today, remember this: a 1992 South African 10-cent coin, in perfect mint condition, can be worth $6,600. Not bad for something most people wouldn't even bend down to pick up.